Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak Now, the podcast where we chat about everyday life in simple English. I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben. Today we're talking about something we all love to do. Dramatic pause. Planning weekend trips.
Very dramatic, Ben. But yes, weekend trips are amazing. Short, sweet, and perfect when you don't have much time off work.
Exactly. And Anna, I know you just got back from a weekend trip last week. Where'd you go?
I went to the mountains. It was so beautiful, but let's just say my planning skills need some work.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, I forgot to pack warm clothes in October in the mountains. I spent the whole weekend wearing a hotel bathrobe.
A bathrobe. That's actually pretty funny. Did you at least look stylish?
Oh, absolutely. Nothing says outdoor adventure like a fluffy white bathrobe and sneakers.
Okay, so let's help our listeners avoid Anna's fashion mistakes. Where should we start when planning a weekend trip?
Hey, my fashion choices were creative. But you're right. First things first, choosing where to go.
True, and this can be the hardest part. There are so many options. Beach, mountains, cities, countryside.
For me, it depends on what I need. If I'm stressed from work, I want somewhere quiet and peaceful.
Like the mountains, even if you freeze in a bathrobe.
Exactly. But if I want to have fun and meet people, I choose a city. What about you?
I'm pretty simple. I just ask myself, do I want to be active or lazy this weekend?
Lazy? What's a lazy weekend trip?
Oh, a nice hotel with a swimming pool, room service, maybe a spa. Just, doing nothing.
That sounds amazing, actually. I'm always running around taking photos of everything.
See, you're one of those adventure travelers. I respect that, but sometimes I just want to sit by a pool and read a book.
Fair enough. So step one is deciding what kind of trip you want. Active or relaxing, nature or city.
Right. And here's a practical tip. Think about the weather. Check the forecast before you pack.
Great tip, Ben. Where were you last week?
I was probably at home, being smart and checking the weather app.
Show off. Okay, what's next after choosing the destination?
Budget. How much money do you want to spend?
The boring part. But you're right. Weekend trips can be expensive if you're not careful.
They can be. Hotels, restaurants, activities, gas or train tickets.
But they can also be cheap. Last year, I went camping with friends. We only spent like $50 each for the whole weekend.
Camping? You? Miss, I need my hairdryer?
I can be outdoorsy. I brought a portable hairdryer.
Of course you did. What else did you bring camping?
I brought a mirror, makeup, 3 different shampoos.
That's not camping, Anna. That's luxury outdoor living.
Hey, I still slept in a tent. Sort of.
Sort of?
It was a very nice tent with electricity.
I give up.
But seriously, camping can save a lot of money. Hotels are usually the biggest expense.
True, you can also save money by cooking your own food instead of eating at restaurants every meal.
Good point. I always pack snacks for road trips. Chips, cookies, fruit. Let me guess, you make sandwiches too.
The best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches you've ever had.
You're like a mom packing lunch for her kids.
Hey, those sandwiches are delicious and they save money.
I know. You're very practical. So we have destination, budget. What about transportation?
Yes. How to get there. Car, train, bus, plane.
For weekend trips, I usually drive. It's more flexible.
Same. You can stop whenever you want, play your own music, bring as much stuff as you need. Speaking of stuff, let's talk about packing. This is where I usually mess up.
Grinning, like forgetting warm clothes. Yes, like forgetting warm clothes. I always pack too much of some things and not enough of others.
What do you mean?
Well, for the mountain trip, I brought 5 different shirts, but no jacket. 5 shirts, Ben.
Why 5 shirts for 2 days?
I couldn't decide which one looked better, and I thought, what if I spill something? What if I want to change?
And then you were cold the whole time.
Exactly. I had options for looking good, but I was shivering.
Here's what I do. I check the weather, then I make a list.
A list? How boring.
It's not boring. It's smart. 1 outfit per day plus 1 extra. Pajamas, underwear, toothbrush. Done.
That actually sounds reasonable.
I know, right? And I always pack the night before, not the morning of the trip.
Ugh, I'm terrible at that. I'm always rushing around at 6 a.m. throwing things into my bag.
Let me guess. And then you arrive and realize you forgot something important?
Always. Last time I forgot my phone charger. The time before that, I forgot socks.
Socks. How do you forget socks?
I don't know. I was focused on the big things: clothes, camera, makeup.
And you walked around with no socks?
I had to buy new ones at a gas station. They were bright pink with cartoon cats on them.
Cartoon cats, that's amazing.
It was not amazing, Ben. It was embarrassing. I'm 28 years old.
Hey, cartoon cat socks are fun at any age.
They were kind of cute, actually.
See? Every packing mistake is an adventure.
You're very positive about my disasters.
That's what friends are for. Now, what about planning activities?
Good question. Do you plan everything in advance, or do you just see what happens?
I like to have a rough plan. Like, I'll research a few things I want to see or do, but I don't schedule every hour.
That sounds perfect. I used to try to plan everything, every museum, every restaurant, every photo spot.
Used to? What changed?
I realized I was spending more time looking at my schedule than actually enjoying the trip.
Ah, the overplanner problem.
Exactly. I had 15 minutes for this, 30 minutes for that. It was stressful.
Now I'm imagining you running around with a stopwatch.
I may have set alarms on my phone for different activities.
Alarms for vacation activities?
Don't judge me. I wanted to see everything.
Anna, vacations are supposed to be relaxing.
I know that now. These days, I just pick 2 or 3 things I really want to do, and the rest is flexible.
That's much better. What if you find something cool you didn't know about?
Exactly. Like last month, I was walking around a small town and found this amazing little bookstore cafe.
Those are the best discoveries. You can't plan for those moments.
Right. I spent 2 hours there just reading and drinking coffee. It wasn't on my list, but it was the best part of the trip.
See? The best experiences often happen by accident.
You know what else is important? Being realistic about time.
What do you mean?
Well, if you're only going for 2 days, don't try to visit 10 different places.
Let me guess. You learned this the hard way.
Maybe. I once tried to visit 4 different museums in one day.
4 museums? How did that go?
Terribly. I was so rushed. I barely looked at anything. I have photos of myself in front of every museum, but I couldn't tell you what I saw inside.
So you were a tourist taking tourist photos without actually being a tourist.
That is surprisingly accurate. These days, I'd rather spend a whole afternoon in one really good museum.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. Same with food. Instead of trying 5 different restaurants, find one really good one and enjoy a long, relaxing meal.
Ooh, speaking of food, that's one of my favorite parts of weekend trips, trying local food.
Yes. But here's a question. Do you research restaurants in advance, or do you just walk around and see what looks good?
Both. I usually look up 1 or 2 places that people recommend, but I also like to discover places.
Smart. I used to only go to places with perfect online reviews.
And now?
Now I look for places that are busy with local people. If the locals eat there, it's probably good.
Great tip. Crowded restaurants are usually crowded for a reason.
Right. And don't be afraid of places that look a little simple.
You mean not fancy?
Yeah. Some of my best meals have been at tiny family restaurants that looked like nothing special from the outside.
Those are often the best. The grandmother in the kitchen who's been cooking the same recipes for 30 years.
Ooh, now I'm hungry thinking about it.
Focus, Anna. We're talking about planning, not eating.
Sorry, but food is a big part of travel planning. You need to budget for it. Decide if you want to try fancy places or simple places.
True. And think about dietary restrictions too. If you're vegetarian or have allergies, research that in advance.
Good point. It's not fun to arrive somewhere and discover you can't eat anything.
Speaking of not fun, let's talk about what can go wrong on weekend trips.
Oh no, do we have to?
Come on, it'll be helpful for our listeners. What's the worst thing that's happened to you?
Besides the bathrobe incident?
Besides the bathrobe incident.
Okay, fine. Last year, I booked a hotel online. The photos looked amazing. Beautiful room, nice view, great location.
Let me guess, it wasn't like the photos?
Ben, the ocean view was a tiny corner of blue water between two buildings, and the spacious room was smaller than my bathroom at home.
Classic online booking trap.
It was so small, I had to sleep diagonally, and the complimentary breakfast was instant coffee and stale donuts.
Stale donuts? That's sad.
It was very sad. I was so disappointed.
What did you do?
I complained, but it was a busy weekend. Every other hotel was full or super expensive.
So you stayed?
I stayed, but I learned my lesson. Now I read reviews more carefully. Not just the positive ones, the negative ones too.
That's smart. What do you look for in reviews?
Recent reviews from people who seem honest. If someone writes 3 paragraphs about their experience, I trust that more than great hotel, 5 stars.
Good strategy. I also look at photos from guests, not just the hotel's official photos.
Yes, real photos show what the place actually looks like.
What about you? Have you ever had a weekend trip disaster?
Come on, tell us your embarrassing story.
Okay, fine. 2 years ago, I planned a camping trip. I researched everything. The campground, the hiking trails, the weather.
Sounds very organized. What went wrong?
Embarrassed? I forgot to actually book the campground.
No, you didn't reserve a spot?
I thought you could just show up. I didn't know you had to make reservations.
Oh, Ben, what happened?
We drove 4 hours to get there. The campground was completely full, not a single empty spot.
4 hours? What did you do?
We slept in the car, in a parking lot, for 2 nights.
In the car. That's terrible.
It was pretty bad. My back hurt for a week.
Oh, I'm sorry for laughing, but you, the practical planner, sleeping in a car?
I know. It was my one big planning failure.
Did you learn anything?
Firmly, always make reservations for everything. Hotels, campgrounds, even restaurants if it's a popular place.
That's actually really good advice, especially for weekend trips when places get busy.
Exactly. Weekends are when everyone else is traveling too.
So, what other tips do we have for our listeners? Let's make a quick summary.
Good idea. First, decide what kind of trip you want. Relaxing or active, nature or city.
Second, set a budget and stick to it. Don't forget about hidden costs like parking or tips.
Third, choose your transportation based on distance and convenience.
Fourth, pack smart. Check the weather and make a list. Pack the night before, not the morning of.
Fifth, plan some activities, but don't overplan. Leave room for spontaneous discoveries.
Sixth, research food options, but be open to finding new places.
And finally, always make reservations in advance, especially for weekends.
Those are great tips. But you know what? Even if things go wrong, it can still be a fun adventure.
That's true. Some of our funniest stories come from when things didn't go as planned.
Exactly. Like my bathrobe fashion show or your car camping experience.
At least we have good stories to tell now.
And our listeners can learn from our mistakes.
Speaking of our listeners, we want to hear from you. Tell us about your weekend trip experiences.
Yes. Leave a comment and let us know, what was your best weekend trip? What was your worst?
Did you ever forget something important like Anna or make a planning mistake like me?
We love hearing your stories, and they might help other listeners avoid the same problems.
And if you have any great tips for weekend trips, please share them. We're always learning new things.
Before we go, let me ask our listeners a question. What's your dream weekend trip?
Ooh, good question. Beach, mountains, big city, small town?
Think about it and let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll talk about planning your dream weekend trip in a future episode.
That would be fun. We could help people plan their perfect weekend getaway.
All right, everyone, that's all for today. Thanks for listening to Speak Now.
Remember, keep practicing your English, keep exploring new places, and keep having adventures.
Even if those adventures involve cartoon cat socks and hotel bathrooms.
Until next time.
Bye, everyone.
And don't forget to make reservations.
Then we'll never let that go.